Well, hello there. I'm Erik Olson. I'm the CEO of Array Digital, where we work with law firms just like yours. We specialize in websites and SEO, and today we're going to talk about local SEO, in particular, the classified local SEO secrets. We're going to reveal it all. Woo! Let's get right into it. All right, so first and foremost, why are we talking about local SEO? Because 46.5% of customers use Google to select a law firm. Now, you may think that you don't need Google, you don't need advertising. Advertising is bad. But here's the fact. The fact is, and this is Martindale Avo, they're the ones that came out with this fact and this stat from their research in 2019. This is even old. That number is probably much, much higher these days. But 46.5%, when they're looking for a law firm, they're going to Google because people go to Google to find the services and the products they need. So let's do a hypothetical here. If you were with us at the last webinar last month, you already met Tom, but let me introduce you to Tom again. So this is Tom. He's a little banged up. He's not very happy right now because he got into a car accident. I mean, his car is really banged up. So what does Tom do? Well, he's been injured. He needs some help. Somebody hit him, say, and blew up his car. So he goes to Google. Again, 46.5% of people, when they're looking for a law firm like yours, they're going to Google. Google serves, they handle 8.5 billion searches per day. 8.5 billion searches every single day. They have the market cornered on search. So what would Tom do? Tom would go to Google and he would type in something like car accident lawyer near me. Why would he do that? Because we are trained at this point when we're looking for local services, local service providers, or local professionals like a lawyer or a law firm, we put near me at the end. Now, Tom may decide to put his city name in there. I'm in Chesapeake, Virginia. The screenshots that you're going to see in a second are also from Chesapeake. So he may put in there something like car accident lawyer, Chesapeake, Virginia. He may put in there car accident law firm, personal injury law firm, or need help fighting the insurance company near me. But regardless, when he hits submit, this is what he's going to see. Something like this. Now, hopefully you can see this. There's a lot of information packed in here. At the very top, we have some Google screened lawyers. So these are people that have paid. You can see there's a little sponsor note at the very top that says they've paid money to get to that top spot. But you also see at the very top here, it has my location. And I can even go super precise if I wanted to. I don't really want to go precise with Google, but I do want them to know where I'm at so that when they render the results, it's appropriate for me because they know where I'm at, generally speaking, and they know that I am in Chesapeake. So the first thing that we see here are ads, followed by more ads, right? So down here, you probably can't see my cursor, but if you go to the two listings below the listings that have people's faces, so that where the people's faces are, those are ads. The two listings below that, Jeff and don't hire an accident lawyer, those two listings, notice how it says sponsored right above. Now, you may not know this, but only 3% of people click on those ads. The rest skip over them and they go to what we call organic results. Now, the bottom two here, 10 best Chesapeake car accident lawyers, notice it doesn't say sponsored. That's an organic result. And then also Montana Law. Congratulations, John. You made it to the first page. That's fantastic. I know John personally. He's one of our clients. So here is what Tom would see. Now, Tom may decide to scroll. Again, 3%, by the way, 3% of people will stop up at the top. 97% of people will keep on scrolling because they trust those results more than they trust an advertisement. Now, if he keeps on scrolling, the second screenshot is what he would see, which is the map The map is generally centered on where I'm searching from, and then it has the actual local listings. So this is the near me part. These are going to be law firms in proximity to where I'm at when I search. And we have what we call the 3-pack. The 3-pack are those search results that Google feels are a very good fit based on the query that I put in, what I'm searching for, and where I'm located. So what we're going to cover today is how to get into the 3-pack, how to get your organic search results, whether it's 3-pack or not, actually, to show up on that search engine result page. Now, here's the agenda. We're going to go through these items one at a time. Start thinking about questions that you may have at the very end. I'll see what questions we have, and I will answer them live on the webinar. High quality content. What do we mean by that? Now, last month, we covered this in detail. So if you were not in last month's webinar, you can go find it if you would like. It's on our podcast, the Managing Partners podcast. It should also be on our website, which is arraydigital.com. If you don't remember that and you're watching the webinar right now, our URL is in the bottom right-hand corner. But for those that are just listening, arraydigital.com, ARRAY digital.com. So here are the things you need to think about when it comes to contents. All right. So let's back up. Let's just back up if we could. The very first thing that you want to think about if you want to get local SEO search results, you want to show up for those local search results, high quality content. Here's a hit list of what you need to think about in order to have high quality content. First and foremost, you need to acquire keywords. That's number one. Now, before you should even think about acquiring keywords, there's actually like a line 0 in here, which is do the research. What are people searching for in your particular market for the service that you offer? As an example, I'm going to back up again. Tom searched for car accident lawyer near me, but car accident lawyer is that phrase. That's the keyword. So it could be multiple words, but that's what we call a keyword or a keyword phrase. So if you are trying to acquire keywords, now in this situation here, this hypothetical for Tom, that's what he typed in. But he may be the only person in the last year that typed in car accident lawyer. Because maybe other people type in some other phrase. What do they type in? Get the tools that will help you figure it out. Now, here at Array Digital, we have all the tools that you can imagine, and we know exactly what people are searching for in Google. We know how often they're searching for it. So what we can do is come up with a strategy for what to go after, because you want to acquire keywords that make sense for you. So first and foremost, do the research, then keyword acquisition. And once you get keywords, you can rank on the first page, second page, third page. Once you rank from the content that you write, you will gain free organic traffic. That's the goal here. Free organic traffic, meaning they search for something that's relevant to you, they click on it, they come to your website. Now, this has a lot of benefits, which is number 4, number 5, number 6. So for those that are not watching right now, they're just listening. Number 4 is backlink opportunities. If you create high quality content, people will backlink to it. Google loves to see backlinks because that is a vote from the internet that the content you're putting out is high quality. It will build thought leadership around the service that you provide for your industry and for your brand. And when people come to your website, good content can show them what an expert you are and convert those random users into paying clients. So this is the goal. This is the objective of content. Now, what you want is when you hire someone to do your writing, you want someone that has deep, profound knowledge of the legal industry. And they should be able to cover multiple practice areas, even more than you cover, because you want them to have very deep knowledge of the legal industry when it comes to content writing and the rules around content writing. You can't just put anything out there. If you put out there, we are the best lawyer in town, the American Bar Association may have something to say about that. So you want people who know what they're doing and cover a lot of different practice areas. This is the research, the kinds of research that you want to be thinking about. Come up with a list of keywords from the tools that you use. Find out what the volume is, how frequently people are searching for those keywords, and what the difficulty is, and you will make your selection from there. Next, come up with a calendar. All right, so now you have the keywords you want to go after. You need to write pieces of content. That takes time. You can't do it all in one session. So come up with a calendar. Now, this is the calendar for Array Digital going back to May and a little bit into June, but we do the same thing here. We eat our own dog food. The process that we use for our clients, our law firms like you, we do for ourselves as well. All right, now, if you do this properly, if you create high quality content, these are the kinds of results that you should expect. This is a personal injury law firm in Michigan. Now, I could show you a whole bunch of different statistics and metrics, but organic traffic, meaning someone searched for a relevant phrase and then came to their website. That's what I'm showing here. Organic traffic is the key. Not all traffic. You don't want the random stuff. You want the organic search results traffic. Now, in a very short amount of time, within 1 year, this PI firm in Michigan basically went from no traffic on the very left-hand side to over 1,400 organic page views in a month. So, really good results. And by the way, that slide that I just showed you, and sometime around July, it's just continued to go up. So let's talk about concept number 2 when it comes to local SEO. You want to optimize your Google business profile. There's a lot of data in your Google business profile. I want to step you through some of the key points of your Google business profile and talk through how to optimize it. So first and foremost, what is your Google business profile? Now, here's an example of a search that I did today where I just put in my company name, Array Digital. On the left-hand side, you have the search results. On the right-hand side, that whole section on the right-hand side, that whole panel is what's called Google Business Google Business Profile, and that comes up in the results. For your law firm, if you do not have a Google Business Profile, I would just stop watching this webinar, stop listening to the podcast, and go create a Google Business Profile right now. If you don't have a profile, then getting a profile is a massive step in the right direction. And then come back to the webinar or the podcast for more tips and tricks. Now, this is a blow up on this next slide, a blow up of the Google Business Profile. And you can see it's packed with data. So right at the top, we have pictures, relevant pictures. We have a map that shows you where we're located. We have the name of the company. We have our rating from 68 Google reviews. We have a category, internet marketing service, and we have a location, Chesapeake, Virginia. There's a lot of other information in there. Our address, down to the suite number, our phone number, our hours of operation. It goes on and on and on. Each piece of data that I'm showing you, you need to think about and have a strategy for. There's a reason that we picked internet marketing service instead of something else. It's based on our research, based on our tools. We know what categories make the most sense for us. Now, if they had law firm digital marketing, we would pick that, but we have to go with the next best. But we know which category to pick based on our knowledge of local SEO. Now, here's another important piece of the Google Business Profile. These are questions and answers, and we have a whole bunch of questions that we've answered on our Google Business Profile. And this is just a screenshot that I took after scrolling down a little bit, but you can see that some people have asked questions that are relevant to the services we provide. As an example, what are Google local service ads? And there's an answer. Why are Google screened ads so important to law firms and lawyers? So if someone's asked this question, we answer it. They ask, we answer. There's actually a book called that about how to get more traffic from the internet. So this is literally people asking questions, and we want to provide the best information possible right where they ask it, because we want to be seen as the thought leaders that we are. This is important. Pay attention to this. If someone asks a question, answer it. Now, if you do these things, here's a result that you could expect. Now, this is an estates and trust law firm in Virginia. This is a company that had a digital marketing agency for many, many years. Going from memory, at least 4 or 5 years, they worked with the same digital marketing agency, and they weren't really sure if they were getting results or not. Now, this chart right here also shows the average organic traffic. So, what do you think? Were they getting results? By the way, Array started to work with them right before it starts to go straight up. That hockey stick right there, that's us after we launched our new website and their SEO program. But for years, going back to 2019, it was up, down, up, down, up, down, but barely moved. Barely, never even cracked 400. Now they're at 1,600, just like that. Like that. So the moment that you apply these techniques, we can get instantaneous, okay, scratch instantaneous. We can get results very quickly because we know what we are doing. Next, let's talk about NAP, NAP. You need to clean up your NAP. All right, so what is that? First and foremost, NAP is a term that we use in SEO, and it stands for name, address, phone number. Pretty simple, right? All right, what's up with the name, address, and phone number? Well, your law firm's name, address, and phone number is not just in Google Business Profile. It's not just on your website. It's all over the internet. And if it's inconsistent or incorrect because of various reasons, you moved, someone typed it in wrong, who knows why it's wrong. If it's wrong and Google sees that over here, your address is 123 Main Street, but over here, it's 456 Walnut Street, Google's confused. Where are you? Like, they need consistency. The more consistent you can be with your NAP citations, the better. Now, what the heck is a citation? All right, a citation is any mention of key business data anywhere on the web. So where could your information be? Your NAP information, name, address, phone number. It can be in a lot of different places. So here's a screenshot from Array Digital's Facebook profile. And the arrow shows you that we have the name of the company, that's the N in NAP, the address, that's the A, and the phone number, which is the P. So right there in that screenshot, you can see that in Facebook, we have the name, address, and the phone number listed. That's a citation. Now, there are lots and lots and lots of other places that your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, could be listed and listed incorrectly. And these are all places that you really need to go to and correct. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's manual. Now, if you were to partner with an agency like Array Digital, we can help with that quite significantly. We have the tools that we need to optimize doing this. So, social media, Facebook, we've got tons of different social media sites. Search engines, you may think that Google is the only search engine. I know I do personally. I don't use any others, but there are other search engines still out there. Bing is making a big push with AI, right? So Bing they're still in the game. They just don't have nearly the market share that Google has. There's Bing, there's Yahoo, there's Yelp, there's Spoke. I don't even know if that's a search engine or just a site. I've never used it. And then you have these directories galore. There are hundreds and hundreds of directories that basically try to be like a search engine for lawyers. So think about like Avo, Expertise, Final Law, Justia, LegalZoom, Super Lawyers. these are all directories that have a database like Google does, and they're trying to kind of, I guess, be like a search engine because they have all of your data. But the thing is, like, Google's free for you as long as you partner with an SEO agency, you can get results. Whereas these other directories, typically you have to pay, and sometimes pay quite a bit just to get listed. Right? So they're kind of like pay to play search engines, if you will, these directories. But they have your name, they have your address, and they have your phone number. And that data needs to be consistent with what Google is seeing elsewhere. So you need to clean up your NAP citations. And if you do, this is an example of a business law firm in California. This is what happened the moment that we cleaned up this business law firm citations. Straight up hockey stick. Literally no traffic for years. The chart goes way back to the left, but I'm only showing here like the last year. But it was never higher than a blip above zero until we got a hold of it, and bam. Now, this is very early stage for this company in their SEO journey. But we took them from zero traffic, zero organic traffic, to 240. Now, that's pretty significant. It's still a low number, granted, but that's a significant increase. All right, let's talk about your online reputation. And what the heck does that mean? Well, your online reputation is what I had talked about before briefly when we were looking at Array Digital's Google business profile, which is the rating for us right now. It's a 4.9, and the number of Google reviews. So the online reputation is the reviews that you get in places like your Google business profile. And there's other places that has this as well, but we're talking today really about SEO, and what that really means is Google. So Google has ratings, and they really care about those ratings, much more so than ratings in other systems. So it's your rating, your 4.9 for us, and the number of reviews that you receive. This is important. So this is a screenshot again I took today from our Google business profile. I did not add the bolding. I just want to say that this is exactly what it looks like if you go look at our business profile right now, or at least it was when I took the screenshot. So here are 3 reviews that Google has selected, and they bolded the words. So let me read this first one. Their service and quality of work is proven year after year, 5 stars. Now, Google bolded the word service, quality, and work. Why? Well, I mean, I can guess. I've done some research as well, but like those are the keywords that it thinks are the most pertinent. And it's showing me as a user what's pertinent in this review. It's selecting those keywords, right? So when you ask someone for a review, make sure that you ask them to leave some comments, please. Here's the second one. These are the best people in the area for web design and internet marketing, where people, area, and web design are highlighted. Now, people and area, not great keywords, but web design, fantastic. I love seeing that highlighted. Divorce lawyer in Texas, literally from nothing. No, okay, now this is not traffic. These are keywords. They literally had no keywords when they started with us. So we work with big firms, hundreds of lawyers, and we work with startups as well. Solo practitioners that want to become hundreds of lawyers. So what we're showing here are the keywords on the first page of Google. So that's the keywords in positions 1 through 3 and in positions 4 through 10. Now I can look for the other keywords, but that's kind of noise. Those are more like predictions of the future. If you're on the second page, third page, fourth page, we'll get you on the first page. But what really drives traffic and really drives conversions is being on that first page. First page keywords, huge hit in October of 2022, going from 0 up to about, 45, 50 keywords. And then it just keeps on climbing. week after week after week after week. Very strong results because we coached this divorce law firm in Texas to really think about reviews, ask for them, and reply to them as well. All right, so hopefully these tips have been helpful. I'm trying to take a lot of information here and cram it into a 15, 20, 25-minute long webinar. I know you're very busy. You've taken time out of your valuable day to watch me, so I can only cover so much, and I have to be pretty quick. There's a lot more information to consume. If you would like more local SEO tips, and there's lots and lots of them, you can go to our website at arraydigital.com. In the menu, under free guides, go to the second one, and it says local SEO for law firms. So again, go to arraydigital.com, click on free guides, and then select local SEO for law firms. We have a lot of other very deep guides that give you tons of tips and tricks on things like SEO, social media, website design, PPC. There's a lot of information on our website, a lot of free guides, a lot of resources. Our podcast recordings are up there. You should go check it out, arraydigital.com. Now, I've probably given you enough where your head is kind of exploding and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. Like it's a lot of work. This is what we do for a living. So if you want to get started and you want to get started with an agency like Array Digital, here's how you can do that. Now, first and foremost, most of our clients fit this profile. So we've built our services, we've built the meeting cadence, we've built everything around our ideal profile because we know that we need a certain, frankly, budget per month in order to get you results that you expect. So we work with firms that are over $1 million a year in annual revenue. They are ready to invest $5,000 or more per month. That's kind of our starting area. And you are prepared to handle growth. So you have to have a growth mindset. Now, we've had clients or prospective clients that didn't want to grow. They just wanted a marketing agency. It was never really a fit. If you are not looking to grow your law firm, then it's not a wonderful fit because we are going to be driving this traffic to your site and you're going to get leads. Like I can say 100% confidently, if you can provide the funding in order to have a legitimate SEO and marketing campaign, we will drive leads to you. But if you're not interested in leads for some reason, if you just want to show up on social media, there are other firms that will take your money and do something with it. We are trying to generate leads for you. So if that sounds like you, $1 million in annual revenue or more, you can spend $5,000 or more per month on your marketing and you want to grow, and you can handle some growth, this could be a very good fit. So the very first step number one is an assessment. And this is where we get together with you and we ask you things like, what's your revenue? What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve here? What have you tried before? What's worked? What hasn't worked? Why now? Like why do you want to do this now? Why not a year ago? Why not a year from now? And then what do you want to focus on? What are your goals, right? What are your personal, professional, financial goals? Because we want to align with your goals. And if we don't know what your goals are, we can't really help you. A lot of digital marketing agencies, they'll sell you whatever's on their list of services to sell. They won't even ask you any questions. They'll just take your money month after month after month. And you probably see it as much as I do when you go on social media. You got all sorts of people selling all sorts of digital marketing. Who knows what it is, but I'm going to call it crap. Lots of promises, lots of people screaming at you. That's not who we are. So if you're looking for results and you want someone that can get you results that support your goals, then that's us. So in the assessment, we cover a whole lot of different areas. We're going to ask you a ton of questions. We try to wrap it up in about 45 minutes and then let you know what the next couple of steps are. If that is something you are interested in, then you can go to our website, arraydigital.com. Because look, stop wasting time with agencies that can't get it done. Are you sick of that? I mean, I'm sick of agencies that can't get it done. And by the way, we used to be one of those agencies until we invested years of work and millions of dollars. We have literally invested in millions of dollars over 5 to 6 years to figure this out. And most agencies are not willing to invest like that. So schedule your assessment today. Go to arraydigital.com. And finally, what questions do you have? Let me go look at the questions over here. All right, we got a couple of questions. So first from Kevin, is there a GoFundMe for Tom? He isn't doing well. Yeah, my buddy Tom, I keep bringing him up. He gets banged up every single month. He gets banged up. He never really said any better either. Yeah, Tom, I like to. He's my go-to guy. So let's see here. Let me read through this. Okay, all right, here we go. This is from Shane. The firm I work for has several locations with a Google business profile for each location. Should the name of each Google profile be the exact same, or would it be better to differentiate between the locations with each profile? Ooh, that's a good one. So as an example, firm name dash location. You know what? I don't actually have an answer at the tip of my tongue, but let me go look and see what we have done for some of our clients. All right. So if you could give me an error, let me come back to this one. That's a really good question. Good for you. All right. So yeah, I'm going to look at one of our clients that has 4. And let's see what they did. Of course, I'm not finding it right now. Hold on a second. Well, I wish I had the answer to this right at the tip of my tongue. That is a great question. You know what? All right. I want to come back to that one. So Shane, hang on. As a matter of fact, if you would like to email me, you can email me at eric@thisisarray.com. Let me, just eric@thisisarray.com. I'll put that in here as a post. So Shane, email me at eric@thisisarray.com, and I would be happy to get you a very good answer. Let's see if I can actually find this right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what we have done in the past, I'm looking at a couple of examples here, is no, we do not put the location name in there. Yeah, it's always the same. And look, actually, now that I've said it, I've confirmed it. This makes a lot of sense, right? Remember, name, address, phone number. You want them to be consistent. So the name of the firm, regardless of the location, should be consistent regardless of where you are, where the office is located. What differentiates from one office location to the other is the address. Okay, so I wanted to confirm it. I have. Yeah, it should always be the name of the firm. And by the way, it should be like exactly. So if the name of your firm ends in, say, like PA, is it comma PA? Is it comma P period A period? You should make it super explicit and consistent. All right. All right, back to Shane. Another good question here. Let's look at this one. Shane, appreciate it. Regarding Google reviews, any advice for getting reviews transferred from one Google business profile to another? Our firm recently acquired an attorney from a solo practice that had a ton of great Google reviews that we'd love to have them keep under our banner. Shane, you are really throwing some curveballs at me. I probably should have read that before I brought it onto the screen. Shane, I would like you to actually email me, okay? Because you're getting really deep. So clearly, like you've got a couple situations that may require some additional analysis. So what I'd be happy to do, 100% free of charge, I can get you in touch with one of our search engine optimization specialists and make sure that we understand the situation exactly, because I can think of a couple of different routes that you could take here. So my email address there is eric@thisisarray.com. It's in the comments. So please go send me an email, Shane, right? And I'll connect you with the right person. But that's a great question. All right. By the way, we have a couple people, Kevin here, Kevin Daisy, who's the co-founder of Array Digital and the host of the Managing Partners podcast. He weighed in on those last couple of questions. So on whether the Google Business Profile name should vary based on the location, Kevin confirms. I would say no. Google wants the firm name only with no keywords. Yep. We need consistency in the NAP. All right. Oh, Madison, what tools would you recommend to help with my local SEO? Madison, that's the secret sauce. Look, there are a lot of different tools out there. I'll rattle off a couple. So you have Ahrefs, you have SEMrush, you have Bright Local. There's a whole bunch, but basically, what you want is a tool that has either a very strong feature for local SEO or is completely dedicated to that. So there's a bunch, and everybody has their preference. So I would do a little bit of searching. We certainly have our tool stack, and we have our own preferences, but we also, this is what we do for a living. So some of those tools may be a little advanced for others. It just depends. But I've given you a couple that you could check out. Certainly for a local SEO, you can go look at Bright Local. They're a very good company. We use them. But this is one of those things, like, you can't just kind of like put in your credit card and then walk away from it, and a year later be like, hey, what just happened? How come we're not getting in traffic? Like, it requires active monitoring and optimization and other tools to do the optimizations or to determine what optimizations you should be setting first. So I hope that helps, Madison. And Shane, I see your comment here. Sure thing. Really appreciate that info. We'll be in touch soon. Great, Shane. Let's connect. And again, offer stands. I will connect you with one of our search engine optimization specialists. For anyone else who is watching the webinar or listening to the podcast after the fact, offer is good for you as well. If you have a burning question about local SEO, SEO, digital marketing, pay-per-click, Google ads, you name it, when it comes to digital marketing, we can probably help you. Reach out to us at arraydigital.com. And there's a contact form. You can submit that contact form, and we will get you in touch with the right person to walk you through exactly what's going on and give you that personalized recommendation. Or you can email me, Erik Olson. I'm the CEO and the founder of Array Digital. My number, or my email address, is Erik, ERIK, at thisisarray.com. We've gone through a whole bunch of questions. We are running way behind because I was going to try to wrap this up in 30 minutes. But for those that stuck around, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and I hope this was helpful.